What's up, guys? This is King Echo. Welcome back to another episode of the 25 Days of Cubing. It's currently day 6, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 7x7 cube. So, this will be the last N by N large puzzle that we do for the series. I chose to end with the 7x7 for two reasons, actually. One, because I don't have any cubic puzzle larger than this, and the other because this is the largest WCA event, or this is the largest N by N for WCA events. So WCA just means World Cubing Organization. It's just kind of like the guideline that people follow for cubing competitions. So anyway, like with pretty much every cube leading up to this point, this solves pretty much exactly the same as like the 5x5, 4x4, 6x6. You reduce it to a 3x3, then only turn the outer layers to solve it as such. So again, I'm not going to go into too much explicit detail because it's following that similar concept. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. From what I'm seeing, it looks like it'll be best to start with the yellow center. So I can see that I can move this here and move this corner up to the top, and we have our first bar like that. And next I see this incomplete bar, so we can go ahead and try to find a piece. I think this one will work. If I can find the right spot. Yeah, see, this is why I don't normally do 7x7. I'm a bit slow at it. There we go. There's our next bar. Actually, now that I think about it, we probably should be doing the center bar. That's probably just a little bit intelligent. Just a little bit. We got that. We just need one more piece. There's one right there. There we go. Now we have half a center solved. Next, I see this for the outer bar, so we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get that in. Now we have 3 pieces. 4, we just need one more right here. All right, there we go. We have the majority of the yellow center done. Now we just need that last piece, or that last bar. Go ahead and bring this up here. That, and then the last piece is here. So go ahead and do this to preserve the center, and then we can bring that down. That's our yellow center solved. Next, we're going to move on to the white center because it's opposite. So go ahead and start our bar off like that. Bring this piece up. There we go. That's our first white bar, the center bar. Actually, I usually start with the center bar, but for some reason, probably because the camera's on, I didn't do that standard method this time around, but oh well. It doesn't make that big of a difference in the end. There we go, that's the next bar. Gotta do this, I forgot about that. There we go. Preserve it so that we keep the other side solved. Go ahead and move these two up. That down. So another outer bar, and then we want to get our last bar in. So right here, I'm just doing a little bit of like maneuvers to preserve this, so that we can get that in, and then we can get this in. There's our last bar. All right, that's the first 2 centers all solved. Next, I'm gonna solve this green one, so we're starting off the bar like that. There we go. There we go. There's our green center, or the start of our green center. All right, that wasn't quite in the right spot. But that is. There we go. And use this piece, so we'll go ahead and do this. Move that up. There we go. We have 2 bars now. And again, I'd highly if very little of this is making sense to you, I would highly recommend watching the rest of the series before this, just because again, I do go into a lot more detail in the previous videos. Alright, that's just not going to work there. We need this piece. Come down, then we can bring this piece up. And that to the side to preserve it, and there we go. Now we're down to our last bar. Go. Green center is done. Next, we want to move on to... Yeah, I think the orange one will be a little easier here. We'll go ahead and bring this piece down. There we go, first bar. I'm actually going to solve this one at the top since we have a lot of pieces already set up for it. Go. Try and get one of the inner bars now. We should be able to... There we go. And this piece can come down like that. Go. Right. Let's see, looks like we have a lot of setup for outer bar first, so we'll go ahead and do that. And that's in. Now it's just this last one. Alright, and there we go. So now we're on to our last two centers. So this is, again, similar to 6x6. We kind of want to solve as much as we can without doing commutators. So that if that word doesn't ring a bell, then I'd highly recommend either watching the previous video or watching the video that I actually linked in the previous video. Hopefully that made sense, because this relies on that concept even more so than the 6x6 did. So let's see, bring that up there. And again, the idea here is to get as much of these two centers solved so that when it does come to using the commutators, we use as little as possible. Alright, so I should be able to... I don't think there's much more I can do here. There we go, that's about as far as we're gonna get. So we'll have to do 3 of them. So we'll go ahead and do these two first. So put it up like that. Did I do something wrong? Oh, I didn't bring that up. That's what happened. There we go. Go, that's that. And there we go. Those are our 6 centers again. So now we're going to move on to edge pairing. Similar to 6x6 and 5x5, we just do free slice where we slice over, occasionally doing an edge flip algorithm to make sure that the pieces are aligned properly. And then for 7x7, what I tend to do is I'll just put all the edges on one side and then the other. So for example, for 5x5 here, I have like, okay, so this is kind of just explaining the thought process. Like if this were a 5x5 and I'd solve this, instead what I'd do is I would look for the next edge and try to like solve this in a way that gives me that. So sometimes I might put it on the bottom, sometimes I might put it on the top. Personally, I find it more efficient to just put all of the solved edges on the top and then on the bottom, and solve the rest of the edges as I see them. So that's just kind of how I work through it. Again, that's kind of one of those things that every cuber does it differently, and that's just how I choose to do it. I wouldn't say there really is a right or wrong way, but some ways are more efficient, if that makes sense. There we go, that's our second edge. We're going to bring in this red and green. There's the next piece there. And that's the other thing. Well, to be fair, I don't really speed solve much at all anymore, but I was never really one to speed solve 7x7, 6x6, or anything like that, just because of how long they take. You know, these are some rather large puzzles. There we go. We can go ahead and put that up top. We got this red and yellow here, so I'll look for this here, because that is what we need. Do the edge flip and slice back. There you go, that has that paired up. We're gonna have to do it again here. And then the last red and yellow is here, so we'll put that in and slice it over. So we can go ahead and do that. And as you can see, we already have 4 edges solved. Let's see, next blue and yellow. This blue and yellow can come down like that. Slice over. And then the last blue and yellow is somewhere. Again, this is why I don't do why I don't speed solve large cubes, because I often get stuck on steps like this. There it is. Took long enough, right? So go ahead and place that in. We can go ahead and do this. Slice over like that. So then we'll look for the next orange and white piece right here. Right, how are we gonna do this? This can come over like that, right? No. You know, I'm not sure what I did there, but it seemed to have worked, so we're just gonna accept that. Take the blue and white. Go ahead and slice that over. Next piece is here, bring that down. Slice over, and then the last one is there. We did a bit of an oopsie. I don't think I sliced in properly. There we go. That's all done. Next we'll do the red and white, and that will be our last for the top and bottom edges. So go ahead and do this. Edge flip that. Slice over. And now those are all the first 8 edges done. So now again, we'll just do similar concepts as before to solve the last 4 edges. So I'll slice over like this, do the edge flip and slice back. So now we have this little block here. Go ahead and solve the rest of that edge. There we go. That's one edge done. Next, I want to do this orange one since it has majority of it all filled in. And then we can do this. Slice back. There we go. And this green and yellow, how are we gonna do this? Do that, place like that. Edge flip. Slice back, and now that's all taken care of. And it looks like we are gonna have some form of parity here. Yeah. We do have a little bit of edge parity, or not really parity, but because you can see that this this edge isn't solved, so we'll just go ahead and fix that. There we go, and that's that all taken care of. So now we can just solve like 3x3. Let's go ahead and get the cross in. Do that. The first pair has already been solved for us, so we go ahead and place that in. Next, I see green and orange. Then we have this, or yeah, the red and green paired up like that. Place it in. And then last is the blue and orange pair. So go ahead and solve that and slot it in. Now we just do OLL. Go. And then finish it off. And there we go. That's the 7x7 all done. So yeah, that'll conclude this episode of 25 Days of Cubing. I almost forgot what the name of the series was. That's interesting. But yeah, that'll conclude this episode of 25 Days of Cubing. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more high quality content like this in the future. But that'll be it for me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.